Archangel Michael says, and honestly, you have to hear this because what is going on right now is just wild. When I look at what is happening with you, the truth is that I have never actually seen this kind of massive protection and things turning around so fast like this before. This is basically the reason why folks just cannot try to come at you like they used to. It is the reason why every single time they think they have some kind of solid plan against you, the whole thing just falls apart right in their face. To be real, they truly believed that things were just about done for you. They acted like they were right there at the finish line. It was like they really thought they had you stuck in a corner with nowhere to go. And now, the funny thing is that they are the ones getting pushed back into a corner by the exact same bad vibes they tried to send your way. You basically had people secretly hoping and betting that you would fail, and they were checking in on you not because they actually liked you, but just to see if the mess they started was finally working. Honestly, they were keeping a close eye on your cash, how stable you were, your close friends, and your inner calm, just waiting for any small change or a quiet time to happen. Anytime you decided to step back and take a break, they basically took that as a clear sign that their drama was finally hitting the mark. They went around talking about you like you were already finished. They were saying things like, "Yeah, it is really only a matter of time before it all breaks down." They really counted you out way before they should have. And honestly, that is exactly where they messed up big time. These are the kinds of people who actually did not move on at all. They put on a show like they were over you. But the truth is that deep down they were still holding on to being mad, being jealous, and being totally obsessed. They kept bringing up your name in talks where you weren't even in the room. They kept playing back old stuff over and over, making up a whole story in their own minds that you were the bad guy and that they were totally right. And because they talked themselves into believing that fake story, they also convinced themselves that any move they made to stop you was actually fair. What is really kind of funny is that they were not even trying to be sneaky about it. They actually tried to pull strings behind your back, mess with your chances to get ahead, ruin your name, and get in between your friends. Some of those people even went so far as to go around asking other people about what you were planning, what your daily life looked like, and what you were doing for work, just trying to find a weak spot. Others tried to use the people you are actually close with as a way to get to you, treating them like little messengers or people sent to spy on you. They would act all nice and smile right at you, but then they would turn around and tell all your private stuff to people who did not want anything good for you. Honestly, they were very careful about when they chose to strike. They waited to go after you when you were already feeling really tired, or when you were already dealing with some heavy stuff, or going through a really big change in your life. They really thought that if they just gave you one more hard push while you were feeling down, you would finally give up. They wanted you to feel totally buried so that you could not see clearly who was actually doing what to you. They wanted you to be sitting there doubting yourself, questioning the path you are on, and wondering if you are even worth it. Using a bunch of confusion was basically one of the main tools they used against you. And yet, every single time they tried to push you, something just blocked it from happening. Every time they tried to send out some of that messy energy, it just hit a wall and stopped. They were really waiting and expecting for you to just fall to pieces. But instead of doing that, you just pulled back. You stayed quiet. You kept your focus on yourself. You actually stopped trying to explain yourself to everyone. Stop trying to show people you had good heart. and you just started watching how people were acting. You really started to notice how certain phone calls only happened when things were going badly for you. You noticed how some people only reached out to check on you when there were bad rumors going around. You basically started listening with your eyes instead of just believing what you heard. That is exactly when everything started to flip around. And the thing is, they did not even see it coming at first. All those shady moves they tried to use, and all those stories they tried to tell about you, they all started coming back around to them. Some of the exact same lies they told about you are now sticking to their own name. Some of that same loneliness they wanted you to feel is now starting to hit them instead. They are the ones sitting there watching people walk away from them, and they are watching doors close that used to be easy to walk through, and they honestly cannot figure out why. A really big part of this whole change happened when you finally stopped letting them treat you like a joke. You stopped making excuses for why they acted so badly. You stopped giving them one chance after another chance. When you finally saw who they really were, you did not try to pretend they were still good people. You saw the ways they tried to control you, the little mean comments they made, and that weird race they were running against you in their own heads. And instead of getting into a big fight about it, you just walked away. You put up some really strong walls. You gave them no more way to get to you, no more giving out free info, and no more getting a big reaction out of you for them to use. That lack of being able to get to you is basically driving them crazy. They cannot read what you are thinking anymore. They have no idea what you know and what you don't know. They do not know who is still talking to you and who has stopped. They are getting really nervous because they can feel that something has changed, but they cannot see where it is coming from. They can feel that you are far away now, but they also feel like you figured out way more than you ever actually told them. And when a person like you just stays calm, stays together, and stays quiet, that is a huge problem for people who are used to making up the story. They were really counting on you to react. They wanted you to be angry, acting messy, being loud, acting like you were losing it, or just plain broken. Any kind of big, crazy reaction would have helped them make their story look real. They wanted to say, "Look, I told you they were not stable." Or they wanted to say, "See, they are just mean, obsessed, and jealous." But you simply did not give them any of that. Instead, you just took a step back and started putting all your effort into your own life. You moved your energy away from trying to defend yourself and put it into making yourself better. That is the exact moment when their whole plan started to fall apart. Now, all that junk they tried to throw at you is basically coming back like a boomerang. It is not happening because you went out and did something mean to them, but just because there is only so long you can act dirty before the consequences catch up to you. They told lies about you. Now, everyone is starting to doubt if they ever tell the truth. They tried to mess up your work. Now, their own work is looking bad, getting blocked, or everyone sees it for what it is. They tried to ruin how people see you. Now, who they really are is coming out in ways they cannot even stop. Some of them are actually losing the very things they tried to take away from you in the first place. All that attention they wanted so badly is starting to turn into something bad. The groups they made behind your back are all starting to break up. People who used to stay by their side are suddenly being quiet, staying away, or picking the other side once they see what actually went down. All those secret chats, those talks on the side, and those plans to make you look bad, they are all coming out into the open, bit by bit. And it is not even because you went out and told on them. The truth is just doing what the truth always does. You have also built up much better walls for yourself through all of this stuff. You are not as fast to explain why you do what you do, and you are not as easy to reach when people just want to drain you, and you are not as excited to see the good in people who keep showing you that they are actually bad. You have become very picky about who you let in, and you are being very careful about who gets to be close to you. You can actually feel when the energy in the room changes now. You notice when someone's voice changes, or when they make a little mean comment, or say something that feels off. You are not just letting those things slide anymore. You are changing how you act based on that without having to tell anyone about it. Meanwhile, the people who were making plans against you just thought you would stay the same old version of yourself that let things go just to keep everyone happy. They were counting on you being soft, being loyal, and the fact that you have known them for a long time. They really thought that you would never ever cut them off. They thought you needed them. They thought you trusted them. They took your kindness for being weak, and they took your being able to forgive as you being a fool. They really did not think you had the strength to just walk away once you were done with them. That is exactly where that feeling of never seeing this before really starts to show up. Because as soon as you walked away, the whole setup of the energy just flipped over. You stopped carrying all that weight for people who were secretly cheering for you to fail. You stopped agreeing to stay in situations that were slowly sucking the life out of you. And because you took your energy back, all the good stuff they were getting from being around you, like your popularity, your good ideas, your drive, or just being seen with you, it all just dried up. They did not think you were actually that important to the things they were doing, but they are definitely seeing it right now. Some of them are truly just confused about why things worked so well when you were there, but do not work at all now that you are gone. Their projects are stopping. Their plans keep getting pushed back. The friends they tried to make by using your name just do not care as much anymore. They are starting to see that they were never the ones with the power. They were just plugged into you the whole time. And because they would not show you any respect, they ended up losing it all. There is also someone in this whole mess who really did not realize just how protected your life actually is. They thought if they just said your name enough, or if they were mean enough, that some of it would eventually stick to you. They thought they could decide how other people felt about you before those people even got a chance to meet you. But as time goes on, people are starting to see the big gap between who you really are and the bad way those people talked about you. That gap is the thing that is showing everyone who the liars are, and it is not you. You might have felt like you were all alone for a while, like doors were being shut, people were changing on you, and things were moving really slow. That time was not a sign that their plan was working. It was actually a time for you to reset. You were being moved away from places and people that just could not go where you are going next. All that time you spent feeling like you were stuck in the dark, like things weren't moving, or like you had to start all over again. That was really just you getting fixed and ready, without their hands trying to drive your life. Now it is pretty much over for them. It might not be over in some big, loud, or crazy way, but it is over when it comes to them getting to you, having any say in your life, being able to mess with you, or having the power to make you upset. That whole cycle is coming to an end. You are moving into a place where what they say does not matter at all, where you can see their tricks coming from a mile away, and where they can watch what you do, but they cannot touch it. They are being moved to the side of your life now. No matter how much they try to push to get back in or stay important. Some of them are going to try to come back with fake sorries or half truths, or act like we should just forget what happened in the past. They will try to act a lot nicer, acting like they are the victim, or pretending they had no idea what they were doing, or that it was all just one big misunderstanding. You are going to be put to the test on whether you let being comfortable or having a long history together matter more than what you already know is true. But this new version of you cannot just forget what you have already seen. You can be polite and still keep that wall up nice and strong. Other people won't even try to say they are sorry. They will just get more and more bitter. They will watch you get better, watch you heal, watch you get your life together, and they will just get even more mad that none of their old moves worked on you. They will try to act like their problems are yours. They will talk even more, and they might even try to start some new mess from far away. But right now, they cannot really reach you. They are just throwing stuff at a door that is already locked, while you are already over in a whole different building. You, on the other hand, are moving into a time where your success is going to be way louder than any of the lies they told. How you keep going, who you are as a person, your hard work, and just being there, those things are about to drown out all that noise. People who were not sure what to think are going to be able to see the truth for themselves. You are not even going to have to try to fix your reputation. The way your life looks is going to do that for you as time goes on. What matters right now is that you do not go back and try to fix things that are falling apart for them. Do not run over to help when the things they did are finally catching up to them. Do not start feeling bad when you see them going through the exact same things they wanted to happen to you. You can feel for them without having to jump in and stop them from dealing with what they caused. You already paid what it cost in being confused, being held back, and being hurt. You do not owe them even one more bit of your energy. Just keep doing exactly what you have been doing. Make your moves quietly. Keep your walls up. Stay focused on your work. And be honest with yourself. Pay real attention to who actually shows up for you with real help versus who only shows up when they want to get some info. Keep your plans to yourself until they are totally done. Do not give your heart to people who have not shown that they can take care of it, instead of using it against you. And you have to understand this. A lot of what has been going on with you has not been just some random luck. All those plans that failed against you, the way you suddenly saw people for who they were, and the way things are turning around without you having to chase anyone down. That is just you finally getting in line with who you are meant to be. That is the reason why they cannot come at you anymore like they used to. The old doors, the easy way in, and the way they could push your buttons, those are all closing up for good. So when you feel that little pull, that something is finally finishing up, you need to trust that feeling. When you feel like you are standing at the end of an old way of living, do not try to hold on to things that have already shown you they cannot be trusted. Just let the space between you get wider. Let the silence between you grow. Let people show you who they really are without you trying to make it look better than it is. This part of your life is about finishing things, not about staying where you are comfortable. They really thought it was almost over for you, but the truth is that it is actually almost over for all the games, the messing around, and the secret plans they had. You are moving into a world where what they think doesn't make you who you are, where they cannot drain you anymore, and where their moves to stop you only end up stopping them. Just keep moving the way you are moving. The exact same thing that made them want to go after you is the very thing that is going to keep pushing you up.